SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, in today's video, we're going to discuss AT&T's fiber. And this is a huge development in what they're doing as a company. We kind of got an update as to where they currently are, where they're headed, what their aspirations are. So I sat through and I listened to their entire investor conference, and I got all the information for you guys here as it pertains to AT&T fiber. Okay, so here is the quote from CEO of AT&T, John Stankey. He said, fiber is destined to be ubiquitous in the next few years by 2030. That means fiber is going everywhere, according to CEO John Stankey. While I do think that's a little bit exaggerated, I think that's a little ambitious. I like what I'm hearing, right? There's nothing wrong with that statement, except I don't think it's accurate. I don't think fiber is ubiquitous. I don't think it's going to be ubiquitous in the next few years. But I'm hopeful that it can get near ubiquitous in the next decade or two. All right, so anyways, AT&T has a new goal for us. Their goal is to cross 50 million locations with fiber. And that time frame, end of 2029. Now, why they didn't just say 2030, I have no idea. I guess end of 29 makes it sound better. Maybe it keeps the investor happy by beating the next year by 2 weeks or something. But he said time frame end of 2029. The plan is to have 45 million organic AT&T fiber locations passed, and then an additional 5 or so million that are going to be passed with BlackRock, the joint venture with Gigapower, as well as some open access platforms. They have some partnerships and whatnot. The second update to this is that they want to completely decommission and move away from copper in a complete fashion. So that would mean, all of that legacy, older technology, the copper situation, obviously they haven't been selling it. They've been trying to decommission it and move away from it. So, that's kind of where they want to go in that direction. Clearly it's a fiber future, and they're trying to get away from that legacy technology. So that means 9 million subscribers in fiber for AT&T, with the goal to obviously add more. I think they said their penetration rate eventually long-term should be at 50%, which is an incredible number. Again, very ambitious. But when you are the best fiber provider in an area where you offer the best value, the best performance, you could potentially tap into 50% of the market. So that's very, very possible. I don't think AT&T has gotten close to that or is even emerging on that number, but that is their long-term goal. So we're looking at a 3, 4, or 5 year time frame for this fiber project to finish, and it's basically going to be exactly where they want it. And I don't know if they plan on expanding after that, but that's kind of the next phase of what AT&T is doing with fiber. So over the course of the last 4 years, right, they've added, 9, 10, or 11 million subscribers in the service, with the goal to add more. Obviously, as the penetration rate increases and the new fiber passings occur, it puts them in a good position to get more market share. And that's a good ARPU for them, right? The average revenue per user on the fiber side, I believe, is almost $73. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember that correctly. I have to go back and double check. I remember that from the last earnings, they covered it. I remember at one point it was like $67. And I think it's been upgraded since, or they've updated it, and the number has been increasing. So you can clearly see why AT&T is focused on fiber, and they feel very strongly that AT&T is the pinnacle of connectivity, and it's really hard to argue against it. I get why they're investing heavily into fiber. It's a winner for them. It's a winner for the customer. It's the best technology customers can have access to. There really is nothing better. It's better than fixed wireless. It's better than cable. It's better than satellite. It's better than everything. Fiber is the one. It's just getting it everywhere, as he described as being ubiquitous. I don't think that's possible to happen in the next 5 years, but I dig the ambitious goal. We shall see how this all plays out. But that's your AT&T fiber update from CEO John Stankey. Tell me what you guys think of those numbers. How's AT&T doing? Have you tried the AT&T fiber service? He spoke very glowingly about it with respect to NPS scores and customer satisfaction rating. It really is a good thing, and I have it. It's been great. But what's your take on it? Let me know what you think of these numbers, these ambitious goals, and how things might play out. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.